It's Menopause Monday. Here's Thea O'Connor.
Stigma. We hear that word quite a lot, don't we, in relation to menopause? So is there a menopause stigma? If so, what is it? And what can we do about it? Now, Macquarie University, they actually have a menopause research group that wrote an excellent piece about this. And you can find that in the supplementary submissions to the 2023 Federal Senate inquiry into menopause. But drawing on that piece, yes, there is a menopause stigma. And what does it say? It says that menopausal women like me have a deficit of warmth and that we lack competence. Let me show you this grid where menopausal stigma was mapped out in comparison to other kinds of workplace stigma. So across the horizontal line here, we've got competence, and vertically we're mapping warmth. So who do we find in the left-hand quadrant here? Lo and behold, menopausal women are perceived as being the most cold and the most incompetent of all. What's more, these stigmatized attitudes, they generate contempt in others, which can then have a knock-on effect in terms of discrimination and bias when it comes to things like recruitment and promotion. And, I reckon one of the worst impacts of this stigma is when it gets inside our own head and we start believing it ourselves. And that, of course, can really smash your professional competence in the context of the workplace. So key to reducing stigma, whether you're talking about personal stigma or institutional stigma, it has to include creating the conditions where people can come together and connect and have contact with others who've experienced menopause, and you hear those experiences and you can share them and you can have open conversations about this. In workplaces, training, education, and psychological safety also really help to reduce stigma. But I also reckon that one of the best ways to reduce stigma is to shine a light on it, is to expose it, as I'm doing right here and as I do in my workplace trainings. Because when you do expose it, you get to go, ooh, that's really off. I'm not going to subscribe to that. Whereas when we let it just run rife, that's exactly what these attitudes do. They run rife in the shadows of our minds and in the corridors of our workplaces. So expose it. And then you have the opportunity to more consciously choose healthier and more accurate beliefs about menopause and the people who experience it.